What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another video. Today we will be doing a quick tabletop review of the Bersa Thunder 9 Pro, or is it Bersa Thunder Pro 9? I'm not really sure. It's not very clear. Bersa is has a really good reputation, and they have for decades. With their 380s, they've been making Bersa Thunder 380s. I think they're called, and they're the same design. They've been making the same design for like 20 years, and they haven't changed it because they, quite honestly, probably haven't had to. I mean, it's everybody loves them. This one, it almost resembles the shape, except it's a bit larger because it's a 9mm, and obviously there's no accessory rails on the 380s. But so we'll get started here with this one. This comes with two 17-round magazines. Chamber is clear. I don't know if you could see in there, but it is clear. This has ambidextrous safeties and slide stops. They're identical on both sides. Cool thing about this safety is when the hammer is back, if you have a round chambered, you can flip the safety on and this hammer will drop, but the round will not fire. Okay, this also has a round indicator. That's what this is, chambered round indicator. So it's flat right now. If I chambered around, it would slightly raise up. These are made in Argentina. It's got an alloy frame, a stainless steel slide, but the grips are polymer. I'm not sure if you can see where the grips start, where they end. Basically from here and the back strap, that's all polymer. This is alloy, all the frame. Probably underneath the grips is alloy as well. Now, what I really want to talk about is the trigger on this thing. This is also a double action and a single action. But shooting from double action, this is the smoothest trigger I've ever felt in my life on any gun. I mean, you get your sights lined up, and if you're shooting from double action with the hammer down, you know, you got a longer pull, but the trigger is so smooth that it is so easy to keep your targets, your sights lined up on target without them swaying off. And it has a very short trigger reset. Watch my finger move. Was that like a 1/16 of an inch? And then boom, you can fire again. Follow it up. Just move your finger just that much, and you can place a follow-up shot. A lot of people don't use trigger resets for some reason. They let their finger go all the way forward again, and then take their next shot. But I try to, when I'm teaching someone on shooting, I always try to stress, get used to that trigger reset. You feel it. It's something you feel. You feel that click in your finger, in your hand. You feel it, and that way, if you use the trigger reset and you're not, you got a shorter pull, so you could place follow-up shots a lot quicker and a lot more accurate. If you say I used the trigger reset on 17 rounds and say I didn't use the trigger reset on 17 rounds and shot all 17 in 10 seconds, I guarantee you, using the trigger reset, though that group, that target that I shot those 17 rounds is going to be a lot more accurate than the other. it saves you a lot of time, basically. Also, this has a very pretty good sized front sight. It's a 3-dot sight. I love the front sight, the large front sight, because you can find your target real quick with that. So that's another plus. I mean, I don't see any negatives on this really, other than like if you were to carry it, it's not very thin, especially with ambidextrous controls on both sides. Versus having the option to change, say you're a left-handed shooter, and I'm sure a lot of you have this problem where your controls are on the right side. But there's plenty of gun manufacturers that make it to where you can change your controls from the right side to the left. Oh, this is the right side. So change it from the left side to the right side so that your left hand could operate them. But they chose to go just put them on both sides, which is fine. And I don't think this is really meant to be a carry weapon. Perhaps police, maybe outside the belt carry, but not inside the belt or appendix carry or anything like that. Takedown is very simple. It's just this lever right here. You swing it down. Make sure the mag's out. All you do is swing it down, and this comes right off. And inside you got your spring, your guide rod, and your barrel underneath, all the good stuff. Now you'll notice the frame and the slide, the rails have to line up right at the very end of the frame. So that's how long these rails are. And that is that serves a good purpose. It keeps the you don't want to have a lot of movement on your slide. If you wiggle your slide, you don't want it to have a lot of wiggle from the slide to the frame. You want it to be very tight, sturdy. You don't want to feel any wiggle at all. That makes it more accurate. And this gun already, I mean, this is a very accurate gun. With that feature, I'm sure it plays a big part in it. The trigger definitely plays a big part in it. The safety, I like the decocking safety mechanism. I think that's great. It's a very safe handgun. Especially with the loaded chamber indicator. I don't know. Because I've seen people try to let the hammer down with their thumb and it slips and then boom, gun goes off. So with that safety decocker, that's great. They have those on the Beretta 92s, by the way. That always like that about those. That's more guns manufacturers should think about putting these on their firearms. This is a very durable. It's sturdy. You can feel it. It's a very tough gun. It's I'm sure if you put it through the torture test, it would be fine. It's fired. I've never had a malfunction with this. I fired so many different rounds at so many different grains, so many different brands, hollow points, ball points. It just cheap ammo, anything, and I've run it really dirty. I've taken it to the range and shot it, 400 rounds, and then took it home, didn't clean it, and went back to the range 2 more times, probably another 250 rounds fired, and probably like altogether like 800 rounds is what I'm saying. Letting this get real dirty, and it still didn't malfunction. No failure to feeds, no failure to extracts, no jams from the magazines. The magazines are great, everything. Gotta love it. I think the MSRP on these are $459, but they always sell for less than that. So probably between $375, $400, $425, depending on the gun shop you go to. Look for them online. You can always find them cheaper online. Sure, you can find them for $350 easily online, and I highly recommend it. If not for a carry weapon, but if for a range weapon or maybe home self-defense, or if you want to teach, if you got a wife or a girlfriend that you're teaching her to shoot. My girlfriend, she fires this the best out of all my other pistols. For some reason, whatever it is, I don't know what it is, because this is the heaviest of all the ones I have. But she's the best with this, most accurate. So maybe it's the trigger. Who knows? Thank you for tuning in. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.